I'm so serious. Winning, like when you win freedom for your client, like that feeling of the feeling of gratitude and happiness that your client has for you having left everything on the floor in that courtroom. Like you left no stone unturned. Like you literally went to war for them. Like, because I always call it war. Like when I go to trial, I'm going to war for you. So like, don't lie to me. Don't BS me. Like you gotta give me the ammo so I can go in here and fight for you, right? But the feeling of getting that win when you have left everything on the floor and your client knows you have literally bled for them, there is no better feeling than that. It is the most insane high that one can possibly have. It's fantastic because you know that you guys like beat this together. It's like it's the epitome of teamwork. Right
Oh
there.
my God. He's such a loser.
What's up, losers, and welcome back to another episode of the Popular Loser Podcast, where it's okay not to fit in. I'm your host, KD, and today we got us a new guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself and what she does for a living.
What up, though, Detroit? It is your lawyer's favorite lawyer, my Detroit lawyer, Purna Krishnamurthy here, criminal defense, and I don't know what else you might want me to introduce myself as other than that.
No, that was all good.
All right, cool.
So with being a lawyer, let's kind of start from the beginning. You got to do a lot of schooling. I do know that.
Yes.
How? Number one, what school did you go to?
So for undergrad, I went to Wayne State, and then for law school, I went to Cooley.
Cooley, that's a college?
Yeah, Cooley's a law school. It's now called like Western
high school.
No, it's called Western Michigan Cooley or Western Michigan Law. I don't know what it's called now, but when I went there, it was called Cooley. So
in total, how many years did you have to go to school?
So it's 4 years of undergrad and 3 years of law school. So 7 years.
7 years of school.
Yeah.
How did you not lose it?
You know, you lose it a little bit every single day, but, you know, it's well worth it in the end. So you just thug it out.
When you were in school, what was like some of the biggest challenges of the uphill grind?
Oh, that's such a good question. Staying consistent. Like you have to just stay disciplined and you have to stay consistent. So like when your friends are out like partying, having a good time, whatever, like you know you got to miss out on that. Like you got to get to the books, get to the grind. You have to stay consistent. That's the only way you're going to be able to finish everything and accomplish what you're there for. So it's the discipline and the consistency.
And with you having to be so disciplined, do you feel like you couldn't live like a normal college life?
No, I absolutely did.
You said you did.
Yeah, I absolutely did. Are you kidding me? Yes. Undergrad, for sure. I was partying in undergrad. Like undergrad was a fun time. Yeah, no, I definitely did. I for sure lived. Are you kidding me?
The way you just scoffed was so funny.
Because I had to think about it. Like I haven't thought back on those days in so long, but for sure, I was living my best life in undergrad. Law school was for sure much more serious. Like you don't have the same time.
And that was the last
around.
3 years, right?
Yeah, you don't have the same time to play around in law school, but I for sure in undergrad I was turned up. I was having a good time.
So upon leaving school, you got to take the bar.
Okay.
Did it take you more than once to pass the bar?
It did. So the first time I took the bar, I actually failed it by 2 points. And then I recently just heard from someone that you can no longer appeal if you fail. But back when I took it, you were allowed to appeal.
So when you say appeal, what do you mean?
So like you could hire a lawyer to appeal points that you lost on like essays. So I failed it by 2 points and I went to two different like appellate lawyers and one of them said they could get me back 7 points. Another person said they could get me back 9 points. So I hired the dude that said he could get me back 9 points, right? And I had to pay him $6,500 to try to get me back points.
$6,500.
Do you know he was able to get me back 1 point? So I ended up still failing by 1 point. I was like, I was so mad. I was so mad.
When you say get back these points, how many points do you have to pass it, I guess?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember. It was so many years ago now. I literally have no recollect. I have no idea. I don't remember. But whatever the points were, I failed it by 2 on the first go, and so the only way you can get points back, like, because there was an essay portion and then there was a multiple choice portion. So obviously on the multiple choice, you either got it right or you got it wrong. You can't appeal that. Mm-hmm. But on the essay, you used to be able to hire a lawyer to be able to appeal, because they would read through your essays and be like, no, you should have gotten a point for this. You should have gotten a point for this, blah, 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 blah. And they'll kind of go through it. And obviously they can't make any guarantees, right? Lawyers never can make guarantees. But I was pretty confident. I was like, if you say you can get me 9 points, like, you're going to be able to get me something. But he got me 1 point, and I ended up failing after spending $6,500.
Did you feel like you were almost scammed?
I don't want to say that. I felt like that for sure, but I don't think I was scammed. I think it was what was meant to happen at the time.
So a possibility of 9 down to 1.
No, and I needed 2. I was like, y'all could have just given me the second point just off of pity. Like, that's crazy work. Like, oh, I was upset.
So how many times did you end up taking it? I
took it twice. So then I took it again the next time, and I blew it out the water the second time. I was good.
Is it a hard test?
Yes. I mean, I won't say it's not. It is. It takes, I mean, you have to study rigorously, like, all day long. That has to be your full-time job, is studying for the bar. You got to be studying morning, afternoon, evening, night, like, all the time. You cannot take a break from it, because you have to be, it's speed, it's accuracy, it's a bunch of things, and it's a 2-day exam. So, like, you drive up to Lansing. I don't know how they do it now. I think they do it online or something now, but when I took it, you had to drive up to Lansing, get a hotel room, and you're there for 2 days. So the whole first day you're testing, you check out at, like, I think 4 o'clock or 4:30 or something like that. Go back to your hotel room. You're studying that whole next night. You come back again, 8 o'clock in the morning. You're testing the whole day. Like, it's very intense.
Just as a question, what are, like, some questions that you may see on
the bar?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Can you say that? I don't know if you can say that. I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, I mean, I can for sure say it, but do I remember it? Like, that's the problem.
Because it's been so long ago.
It's been so long. It's been like 8 years since I've taken the bar exam. I don't know that I could tell you. It'll be like, man, honestly, I have no idea. I can't even pretend like I can tell you. I have no idea.
So, speaking of being a lawyer, what kind of made you choose being a lawyer? Was it something you kind of always knew? Was it something like over time? What made you choose being a lawyer?
It was something I always knew. It's one of those super cliche things, which I say that to people all the time. It's very cliche, but, like, ever since I was little, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a lawyer. Like, I don't even know if I knew what a lawyer was when I was that young, like, when I first started saying it. But it was something I always was like, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And then, lo and behold, became a lawyer. It's the least exciting story.
I feel like a lot of people got that type of story for their career field, though.
Yeah.
Like, maybe. My whole life I wanted to be a journalist or a football player.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are two extremely different things.
Yeah, but I feel like they kind of almost go together nowadays. Really? Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like almost every student athlete go to school for, like, communications or something like that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't have known that. I'm the least athletic person I know, so.
The least athletic?
Yeah, for sure.
You don't do anything athletic?
I will walk and fall down. Just walking in flat shoes. Like, and, like, literally twist my ankle and break my kneecap and all type of things. Like, I'm the least athletic person there ever was. Walking is a sport that I'm not good at, okay? Like, don't trust me.
Can you do 2 things at once?
Probably not. I probably shouldn't be if I'm trying to. Like, don't play with me. I'm not here for the athleticism. That's not my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, of the different types of lawyercy. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's how you can say it. Lawyercy, is that a word?
Lawyers, of the different types of
Yeah,
lawyers.
of the different type of lawyers. Why did you choose the one that you chose?
Criminal defense.
Yes.
So I say this all the time. I'm sure that people who have already heard me interview are like sick of me saying it, but it's the truth. When I was in law school, I was arrested a couple of times, and from being arrested, I saw the other side of stuff, right? Like I saw the way that defendants get treated, and I saw what it feels like to be on the opposite side of things. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. Like I'm definitely about to, this is where I got to do something about it. And then I had a lot of friends that were going through the system that caught cases and, were fighting cases and stuff like that. And just having that type of atmosphere, having those type of experiences made me decide that was where I knew I needed to be. I needed to make a difference there because there's not enough people that are advocating correctly. There are people that are, but there's just not enough of them. So I was like, no, we gotta get in these trenches and start making a difference.
Did you ever think about going maybe with a different one? Or
Yeah. Originally, when I first went to law school, I thought I was going to be like a corporate lawyer that was just going to like bank money. I was like, oh, I'm just going to make buku money. I'm going to work for like some big corporation and I'm going to make like $1,000 an hour and blah. Yeah, no, that did not happen. That was the initial plan. And then I woke up in a jail cell a couple of times and I was like, you know what? Plans changed. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I don't need that lifestyle.
with being can you say it again? Defense
attorney, criminal defense attorney? Yeah.
Criminal defense attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With being a criminal defense attorney, what would you say is like the biggest challenges? Because obviously with accepting like different cases, et cetera, what's like the biggest challenges you would say that you face?
The biggest challenges is that the system is set up to be prosecution friendly from the very beginning. Like this whole thing, like you're presumed innocent, you're innocent until proven guilty.
That's kind of a scam.
That is a full scam. That's not even kind of a scam. That's an absolute scam. Because if someone was truly innocent until proven guilty, then our system would operate in a completely different fashion than what it does. That's absolutely a fabrication from its very core. People walk in and everybody in that courtroom is already treating them like they're guilty. From the prosecutors to the judges to everyone. You're being treated like you're already guilty and nobody has proven anything yet. And the standard of proof in a criminal case is so high, it's beyond a reasonable doubt that the fact that people walk around and say you're innocent until proven, that's absolutely absurd to me. It's ridiculous and it's absolutely not true. That is the biggest challenge, is because every day, like when I say like what I do for a living is literally thugging in the trenches, it really is. Every day it's the trenches because there is no level of even common courtesy, like human decency that I feel should just be across the board. That should be the way that people operate. And I don't think that exists. I think there's always that negative stigma that's already put on my clients before we even enter in that courtroom. That's already there. So you have to work double, triple, quadruple hard to get that off of them.
Do you ever, with the different people that you accept to bring on as clients, do you ever like kind of maybe regret taking them on if maybe they lose the case?
No. I mean, the nature of the beast is such that you win and you lose, right? I mean, for me at least, I know there's other lawyers that are like, I've never lost a case in my life. Like, kudos to them.
Is that really possible?
I don't know. I don't know if it is, but I know that that's not my track record. Like, I've lost, I've won. I've won more than I've lost, thankfully. But I have lost cases. But I do believe that there is, there's great lessons in the losses that I've taken, right? Like, it's, of course, absolutely devastating. Like, I don't take a loss easy. Like, it's the absolute worst feeling in the world to lose a case where someone's life is on the line, right? There is no deeper feeling than losing when someone entrusted their life to you and then you take that L. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world. But at the same time, some of my greatest lessons in being an attorney have come from some of those losses that I've taken. So,
can you speak on maybe the toughest case you've ever taken?
The toughest case I've ever taken?
Whether it was because of the charges or et cetera, et cetera.
One of the it's hard to say what's the toughest case I've ever taken. Every case is tough in its own right. Yeah. You know what I mean? But last summer was the trial of Michael Jackson Bolanos, and he was charged with the murder of the Jewish synagogue president of Detroit, Samantha Wall. He was charged with first-degree murder with an underlying second-degree murder. He was charged with home invasion, first-degree felony murder, and lying to the police regarding an investigation of larcenies into motor vehicles. He was found not guilty. We went to trial for 5 weeks. It was an incredibly rigorous trial. He was found not guilty of murder, and first-degree and second-degree murder. The jury hung on home invasion, and they hung on felony murder, and he was found guilty of lying to the police, which was absolutely ridiculous. He was found guilty of lying to the police regarding an investigation of larcenies into motor vehicles, which never occurred. The entire investigation was the investigation of the murder of Samantha Wall, so I don't even know how the jury found him guilty of that. But that was probably one of the toughest cases because there was so much media pressure from that case that was directly impacting the trial because of the amount of media attention that case got.
And other people can have their own opinion, basically.
You're right, but I don't really care so much about the public having their own opinion. They're entitled to it. But when it starts affecting the way that the judges make rulings, that's a problem.
See, I wasn't even going to say the judges. I was going to say the jury.
Well, the jury is instructed not to, of course, the juries are instructed not to do things, but of course they're going to do it, right? Especially
it's so
when
easy just to go on Twitter and see something.
I mean, when a case is getting that kind of notoriety, you already know a jury is, they're going to be interested in looking up probably things they shouldn't, right? But I do believe that for the most part, the jury did right. Because even the counts that they hung on, it was majority not guilty. So there was only a few people that even thought that he was guilty of anything other than that count 4. But the judge sent him to prison for lying to the police, which was absurd to me. That was simply done based on the pressure that the media was giving to this case, right? In all of my years practicing law, I am yet to know someone who has not lied to the police. Everybody lies. I lie to the police. Are you kidding me?
A lawyer saying they lied to the police.
Listen,
they lied to the police.
Listen, if I run a stop sign, right, and the police pull me over and they're like, "Did you run that stop?" I'm gonna be like, "I absolutely stopped. Yeah. I absolutely stopped at that stop sign." Who doesn't lie to the police? That's your job to do. I'm not gonna tell you how to do your job. Do it. That's your job.
What is your relationship like with the police? With you, I guess, to a sense, kind of work so close with them?
I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm not a fan. It's the simplest way for me to put it, right? I don't know. They don't do anything for my clients, so, and they've never done anything for me particularly, so I'm not that big of a fan.
How do you pick different clients? Is it completely based off of the case? Is it completely based off the charges? Is it based off their criminal history, et cetera, et cetera? How do you specifically choose your cases? Because I'm pretty sure you have stuff that comes in that you be like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, so I choose my clients based off of my clients and whether or not I trust them and like them. Because at the end of the day, being someone's attorney is not going on one coffee date type of thing, right? It's not a 20-minute thing. All right, yeah, I'm going to just take your money. We're going to hang out for 20 minutes. That is absolutely not the case. We have to work in tandem with one another for a long period of time, which means I have to like you, you have to like me. We have to have a mutual level of respect for one another so that we can see this thing through its entirety. So it's not necessarily the charges or their criminal history. I don't really care about that. I mean, that factors into the price that they're going to pay me, because depending on your charges, depending on your criminal history, depending on all those things, that is how much money you're going to end up paying me. But that doesn't necessarily determine whether or not I take your case. It's who are you and do I like you? Do I feel like you and I can work together well for a long period of time? Because that is ultimately what we need to do in order to be successful in this. If I don't like you and you don't like me, I'm not about to be here showing up for you every day and I can't stand you. That would just annoy the shit out of me. Like, I'm not doing that, right? Like, that's not a thing for me. So it's based on that level of respect and likability, essentially.
Speaking of money,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you how much you make. That's a really personal question.
That is.
But within being a lawyer, I understand that y'all get paid by the hour, but I understand that y'all also get paid like with ever that big amount of money at the end. So how do you get paid as a lawyer?
So I think what you're thinking is in civil cases. So civil attorneys generally will do, and again, I'm not a civil attorney, but my understanding of what they do is it's a contingency. So they will, I think, and again, don't quote me because I don't do this, but
You don't have to speak on one that you aren't.
Okay.
I was just so
for me, I don't charge by the hour,
Okay.
right? So I charge, like, I'll ask you, like, what are your charges? What is your criminal history? How old are you? Blah, blah, blah. And based on a abundance of factors, I will then tell you what your total cost is for me. So I'll say, okay, you pay me this amount of money, I'll take you all the way through trial. And you pay me that amount of money. So it's not an hourly basis. No matter how many hours it takes me, I factor all of that into when I initially ask you, what are your charges? What is your prior history? Blah, 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 all the other questions I ask. And based on that, I charge you a certain sum of money. And then that is what you pay me, essentially.
And is that typically like a upfront?
Yes.
Or, okay.
That's upfront. Because, I mean, once you get your freedom, the likelihood that you're going to turn around and care about paying me anymore is not
dead.
high.
Yeah, zero.
Right. So, no, you need to pay me that upfront. That's upfront money.
What would you say is the biggest pros of being a lawyer so far?
Winning. I swear to God. No,
That's such a great answer.
I'm so serious. Winning. Like, when you win freedom for your client, like, that feeling of gratitude and happiness that your client has for you having left everything on the floor in that courtroom. Like, you left no stone unturned. Like, you literally went to war for them. Like, because I always call it war. Like, when I go to trial, I'm going to war for you. So, like, don't lie to me. Don't BS me. Like, you gotta give me the ammo so I can go in here and fight for you, right? But the feeling of getting that win when you have left everything on the floor and your client knows you have literally bled for them, there is no better feeling than that. It is the most insane high that one can possibly have. It's fantastic because you know that you guys, like, beat this together. It's like, it's the epitome of teamwork right there. It's the best feeling in the world.
For the people who know of that Booker quote when he was talking about getting drafted, that's basically how she just made me feel about being a lawyer. I'm gonna insert the little. Don't worry about it. That was just a fire answer. That was a that was a great answer. That was a great answer.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It really was.
Thank you.
What would you say is the biggest con to being a lawyer so far?
Losing. Literally.
Do you think I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish that answer.
No, I mean,
Losing.
I was just gonna say again, like, as high of a high as that win is, that loss is lower than any low you've ever felt. It's the worst feeling in the world. literally, like, I always feel like depression has set in on me. Like, it is such a low feeling. There's nothing worse than that.
Do you think you would know like your win-loss ratio?
People always
Like
ask
total?
me that question, and I've actually never, I don't keep track of it. I think I think I actually intentionally don't keep track of it because I think it would be very unhealthy for me to like keep some sort of
I
like
feel that.
yeah, it'd be
100%. I
very
feel that.
unhealthy for me to keep track of it. So I intentionally don't pay any attention to it at all. So I don't know. Oops.
Do you think being a lawyer is like a very male-dominated space?
Mm-hmm.
How does
I
it
absolutely
feel
do.
being a woman in like a very male-dominated space?
You have to work twice as hard. It is absolutely a very male dominated space, but on top of which, even, I mean, there's a twofer happening, right? Because I'm a woman of color and I'm a woman and I'm in a predominantly like the majority of attorneys are white males. That's just the nature of the beast, right? So you're working double, triple hard to make a name for yourself and to show up and do good work. You have to, when you come in that courtroom, you got to be so prepared. You got to be you got to be, I mean, well-dressed, well-spoken. You got to be on your game. You got to have everything ready to go. You got to be so organized that when somebody says something, you can pull it immediately and get to work. That is the level of expectation that you have to have for yourself, but on top of which, others definitely have that for you because you're already coming in there at a disadvantage, right? You're a person of color, you're a woman, they're already undermining everything that you're coming in there with. So you got to ante up on everything.
Another great answer.
Thank you.
You've been a really good interview, honestly.
Oh, thank
You've
you.
been a really, really good interview.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. 2 more questions.
Sure.
Would you recommend being a lawyer to someone else?
I would if you're in it for the right reason. Like specifically with criminal defense. I don't know about other types of law. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But for criminal defense, I would recommend somebody do it, but you gotta have your heart in the game. Like if you are even half-assing this at all, it's not for you. It's not for you because your clients are already gonna know if you're coming correct or if you're just out there trying to just make a dollar and move on. And this is not the game to be trying to make a dollar and move on. People's lives are on the line, and especially given the climate of our criminal justice system, which to me I think is absolute, it's atrocious, right? You need to come in there fired up, on point, and you need to, like, when I say head in the game, you cannot miss a beat. And so if you're about that and really about that, absolutely. You come, like, join us in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are out here thugging in the trenches, and we always welcome for more people to come and do this. But if you not about to be in here thugging in the trenches with us, then this ain't for you.
And my last question.
Okay.
What does a week to week look like of a criminal defense lawyer?
One thing I do love about my job is you're never, no day is ever the same. So every day is something completely new. I could be in Warren. I could be in Warren District Court. I could be in 3rd Circuit Court. I could be in 36th District Court. I'm just running around, right? I could be in Oakland County Circuit Court. I could be in anywhere, Novi District Court. Like you're constantly moving, but it's definitely fast paced. It's very booked. I'm constantly booked. I'm constantly busy. I'm constantly moving around from court to court, place to place, taking phone calls. That's why we were talking about 3 phones. Yes. Yes. So it's...
Yeah, she said that before she got on camera. That was a baller. That was really a flex. She said she got 3 phones.
And I was not trying to flex. It's a personal phone, people who have not yet hired me and people who have hired me. There's a hierarchy of things here. So basically the number 1 phone is the people that have hired me. That's the phone you can never not answer. You got to answer it all the time, anytime it rings. Secondly is my personal phone. And then the least important is the people who have not yet hired me because they haven't spent any money with me yet. When I can get to that, I get to it. But I mean, I can't even explain to you what week by week looks like, because every week is so different.
It's
Every
so
day
different.
is so different. You never know where. Well, I guess you know where you're going, but you're going everywhere and you're doing everything and you're just in and out of places constantly all the time. So
Okay. And that was an interview.
sounds good. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Everybody, thank you for listening. I'm KD.
My Detroit lawyer. Thanks, y'all.
And do you have anything else that you want to self-promote?
Free Michael Jackson Bolanos, y'all. If y'all don't know what that case is about, go look it up. Research Michael Jackson Bolanos and pay attention to the fact that a man is wrongfully incarcerated right now and he needs to be given freedom. And I don't know, just pay attention to it. Be aware. It's very important cause.
And I really want to thank you for coming on.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
You've let us all know what being a lawyer is like.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And as y'all know, I'm the host, KD. Spell that S with a $sign because, you know, this is not for fun, but it is for funds. I'm your boy, KD. We out.